All right, it's time.
I'm really looking forward to this. This has been it's been a long week plus of qualifying, local entries, international entries, European entries. There's been literally players from around the world that have come in and tried and taken their best swing at this 46-foot pattern and a chance to win the Lucky Larson, and we're down to 2 guys.
Out of a possible 1,000 bowlers, squads, or entries, it was 941.
Really?
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
They do such a good job here. Olympic Bowling has been a fantastic host, and the Lucky Larson is it's become a worldwide brand inside of 5 years, which is it's something to talk about for sure.
We are proud of having it, and here we go. First shot is thrown in the final. Jesper. OMG.
Wow. Well, if there's anything that will get him out of urethane in a hurry, it's something like that. I don't think he thought that was possible. I'm not sure any of us thought something like that was possible.
600 revs and yeah. If we do that at 810 on the right side, they just laugh at us, right?
Yeah.
Well, nobody's laughing now, I tell you that.
They laugh at me because I'm old, but nobody laughs at the Iceman when that happens.
Oh, no.
Oh!
Wow. That would have been spectacular, making that. First was leaving it and then taking it. I mean, it's...
well, for the 3rd straight match, we have an open to start off the match. It's seems to be snake bit. Like you mentioned before, AJ came back on the pair, got 2 balls on each lane. Jesper got 1 on each. And AJ seemed to get lined up and be fairly... His first shot went high, but after that, he seemed fairly comfortable.
Yeah, here you go. First shot, AJ Johnson. A bit to the left. Is that a sign? He grabbed that ball and threw it to the left, and he gets a Brooklyn strike.
Yeah, you have to feel... you have to be a little bit irritated if you're Jesper. You feel like for the 2nd time in a row you've thrown one of your best efforts and gotten no reward for it, and now your opponent threw maybe his worst shot in the 2 matches
and you get
and gets a strike for it.
Yeah, and you got an open frame. That's really hard. I mean, do you watch your opponent bowl?
When I'm bowling somebody with the opposite hand, I almost never watch. There's no upside. If you're watching the same player, okay, where are they playing? Hey, maybe there's a little transition going on. I might check it out. But there's no upside to watching somebody from the other side of the lane, because if it's a good break or a bad break, you
can't do anything about it.
Yeah, if it makes you change your feeling at all.
Wow.
It's like, oh, that was a terrible break. Oh, wow. And now I catch it more because he's 7'9".
Yeah.
That's no good. And if he gets a good break, and there he cashed it in, and that was a little inside a target too. It was very close to something bad happening, and now he's got a double, and so the Iceman is now in an early hole, down 21.
Yeah, a strike here to get the feel back. He went to reactive. Do you see that?
As I said, there's and we all have a plan until the first time we get hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last one was on the other lane. You have all the strikes more or less on the right lane. Then you switch balls.
I think he's had a plan from those 3-game matches before, and so he's fallen himself, and he knew what he wanted to go to, but there's no doubt that had an impact.
Okay, so 2 X's on AJ and 2 circles around the numbers on Jesper.
It's down 32 already after 2 frames.
Wow. And that's got to beat up your confidence a little bit. And,
there's a feeling that goes in your stomach about right now, and it doesn't. It's not hunger, but it gnaws away at you. And about the only thing that'll make it go away, here's a good shot.
can feel the tension in here. You don't want to leave that again. Yeah, I got it.
All right. To be honest, it might take 2 or 3 of those to really make it go away. He's going to need some help now. AJ getting away with the break, and now got a kind of free swing going with a 32-pin lead, a chance to take that up to 42.
Yeah, you can definitely feel like, throw it the way you should do it. Wow, that was a rough start.
That's a brutal one there. Now the tendency after you miss left is to try and force one to the right, and you don't catch it as much. Leave a 2-pin, a 210. See if he can execute under the heat.
Also left. So that's the thing. I mean, the matches we saw before, they both threw bad shots, and they both got open frames. Here, AJ got, out of 3 bad shots, he gets 2 strikes in a row.
And the second one wasn't that bad, but yeah. Now he left the toughest version of this spare, which is almost a split on 46 feet, because once you get it right of the 3-pin, there's not much hook out there.
No, because you usually use a hook to pick it up. So let's see what he does. Wow, that's really good. That's really good. I wouldn't be surprised if he got 2 or 3 there. Okay, so
there's more ways to miss that one than make that one.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. But I see some people throwing spare shots at it, go straight, and it's got to be a lower percentage to make it, right?
In general, I think so, because you do know basically at this point where you want to stand for a strike ball, so you can make an adjustment off that to try and make it. At this point in the tournament, it won't be the first time he's left it either, so he has some experience of what that move might be.
Oh, left again. Another Brooklyn. Ouch. Oh, well, I feel for you. It's a guy
who occasionally is want to lament his bad breaks. I'm not sure he has too many to talk about right now.
It's you can say that it all looks in favor for AJ, that he bowled good before and now he's got the luck. Will this be his time to get his title?
It's certainly as good an opportunity as he's had so far. He's bowled some pretty good games on TV, and it hasn't gone his way.
If this strikes...
Oh, my gosh.
Really? Yeah. Oh, that's not what you want to see. I mean, and also if you watched AJ before and watched his shots,
that's 3 out of 4 really good ones versus 3 out of 4 not very good ones, and the score is the opposite of what you would think it would be right now with AJ at 28 pins.
And the possibility to even make that more because of that strike.
Because of the strike, yes.
And here we really hope that the Iceman can, cool down and just perform, throw good shots, and he can't do anything else about it.
Jesper's a guy who plays at a very even level throughout, where you see some guys like, say, Pete Weber, who likes to play angry and likes to use that to really focus him. I don't know that anger would necessarily serve Jesper, because he doesn't really play mad that much.
No. But one thing for sure, he doesn't need more bad luck right now, otherwise he's going to burn in his head.
That being said, once one of these things happens like that, the thing that does go away is nervous. Yeah. Now you're just angry.
Oh yeah.
And you want to take it out on the pins, and there's probably no strike ball in the history that's more suited.
And AJ now, 1 pretty good shot and 3 shots on the nose, and Brooklyn. What goes through his mind right now?
Yeah, he's got to get in rhythm, and much the same as Andrew had it going the other way, where every shot went right. He's got to get one online here. Post it up, get on your feet.
That looks better.
And he did.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, you got the lucky breaks, and then he throws a good one and takes advantage of it.
That's what you have to do. You have to have no conscience as a player.
Yeah.
As an opponent, you don't particularly feel that's all that fair, but Jesper's not watching him, looking down at him, and he's looking down at the floor. He's not, I don't know that he's aware what has transpired so far, other than the fact that he has not had very many good breaks himself. At worst, he should probably have 9 spare, a split, and then 2 strikes or 3 strikes.
Yeah, let's see if he can follow it up with a good one.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Speedy Gonzalez. That was...
he overtried a little bit to get that one over there, and...
of course, I mean, you 2 Brooklyns, and
yeah.
it's not really close.
No.
Wow.
That lane in the second frame, he did throw it. He got it in a little bit, but it did stay for flush.
Oh, yeah.
So that was his best shot of the match up until the one in the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing being said with the breaks he's had here. He makes the spare. He's still well in the driver's seat.
Oh, yeah. Yep, he got it. You got to give that to him. The only thing Jesper can say is he lost count for the double.
He's executed 2 excellent spare shots. So Jesper here with a strike can cut this down to 24 pins.
Yeah.
Start chipping away at that lead just a little bit.
Yeah, we felt something was wrong. It's always hard. Are you good at stopping when you feel something is wrong?
It differs from player to player, but when it happens that early, most of the time it's just better if something feels bad, you just go ahead and reset and make your best effort.
Here we go again. It's off. Looks good. Oh.
Came over the top of it. With the urethane ball from that spot, that was pretty good, but with reactive, he has to get it probably 3 to 4 boards further left to a break point. The 3 light boards there right around the second arrow on the left, he needs to get it to there pretty much to hit the pocket.
So we're talking 78, 30, 34 pins.
Yep, 34 still.
And both have a spare in the 6, so...
Yeah, opportunity lost.
Yeah. And now Jesper needs help. Not just making the shots himself. He also make sure that AJ don't.
Yeah, you still got some play here. I mean, it's not a small feat, but if he throws the last 6 here, he shoots 218. AJ's on 212 pace, so he starts forcing him to do something.
It's not often you see a lefty that far inside the lane.
No.
Wow.
With his power, he can get it back from a lot of different places, but it's really, you would think by the score that AJ's got really ball in hand here, but I don't think he can feel all that comfortable. He has a 6 count going high, a 6 count going light, and 2 Brooklyns.
That doesn't sound like you're in good shape.
Other than score, which is the only one that matters.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Flush. Good shot. That is very good.
We have a great view from up here in the terrace at Olympia Bowl, but to be honest, there hadn't been very many shots close to that, so I wasn't sure what that was going to do.
It felt like a little left, wasn't it? But
I thought so. At the beginning, it picked up in the front, but he was firm, and so it stayed on line.
Yeah.
And that's really when AJ's at his best, is when he's a little more aggressive and able to use his strength.
Yeah, if he would grab that a little bit, that would be, well, Brooklyn. Okay. So, for the sake of the game and for Jesper, there's no more strikes needed. That's left.
Pretty good one.
Oh, I thought it was left.
Yeah, I think he's just gone to being more firm a little bit. A different version of what Simonson did. He's just doing it from further inside, where he's just not going to give the pocket away very much. And both those shots were a little more direct and a little, but speed-wise.
And if you look at Andrew, he threw much more to the right.
Yeah, much more. Well, there's no question now. Everything is a must strike from here on. If there's anybody who can do it, though, Jesper Svensson would be the guy. It's a good shot.
Yeah, all you can do is go off the sheet and hope and pray for.
Yeah, the 8-10 and the 7-9 changed everything in this whole match because they made him change balls, which caused another split. Then another stone 9 on that same lane that he left on the first game. All that being said, set it up here one time. Put just a little bit of pressure back on AJ and make him, he's got to stay clean and he's got to stay good count, which means he can't afford any more 6 counts.
Oh, really? He just feels like, what the? It's not my day.
Wow.
And, well, history is really being made.
It's really crazy because it's, I mean, there's 50, 60 pins and breaks there, but sometimes it just goes that way. And,
yeah, I guess most of us have been there one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's been snake bit a little bit on TV. AJ hasn't had an opportunity to win yet. And this time, it's kind of going both ways. He's getting some opportunities, and Jesper not getting very many.
No. I mean, it is a tour title. He will be invited to the Tournament of Champions.
Yes.
To seal the deal, that was
great shot there.
Oh,
that was actually one of his best shots of the match.
That was some speed in that ball.
Yeah, he was not going to give the pocket away, and he was not. It wasn't going to be soft, but that's all he needs now because Jesper's max score 197, and even with a miss here, he'll have 189 in the 9th. And that right there will wrap it up.
Oh, yeah. And AJ is like, are we done?
Not yet. He's got to get a few pins here, but not very many. He needs 4 on this shot.
Do you think there is a big relief?
Oh, huge.
Within his head right now?
I mean, I can't speak for AJ, but I know my first title was way more relief than anything else. Now, the second one was elation, but the first one was just relief.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It was like 2 tons just left on his shoulders. He can't believe it. He can't believe it. And beating Jesper on his
home court effectively.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the crowd is supportive, and you know, all the love for Jesper. I'm getting tears in my eyes now. Come on. I'm just a sucker for athletes succeeding, and I just can't help that. And I met EJ many times now, and he loves being here, and I know how much it means to him. So I mean, they're all great players, and
a big relief. And of course, we know Jesper will be back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Many more times.
That's not the last time. And
the Iceman is, but winning in your hometown, home country is a special thing, and so.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna announce a little bit here.
Daniel, Patrik, Larsson, These are the team that makes all of this happen. Give it up for them. Thank you all. We are nothing. And now, to the winner, the first PBA Tour title ever. And trust me, he's been waiting for this one. Give it up, AJ Johnson! Looks like 2 tons just lost on your shoulders. AJ? Speech! Oh, they're just shouting speech, everybody, so let's just do this. Here we go, from the champion.
First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to everyone. That's just, I don't know that I could have drawn it up any better. The only other thing I could think of is having my family here in person instead of having to call them. So it's been 8 long years since I've gotten to do this, so this is pretty special. Sweden will forever have a special place in my heart, so thank you.
That's the champion, my friend. That's the winner. The Storm Outdoors 2023 champion, AJ Johnson. I'll gladly hand the mic over to Mr. Lucky Larson himself.
Well, one good thing, I can still be calling myself one of the better bowlers without a PBA title now. It's been me and AJ for quite a while, so even though my curves may be going down, it warms my heart to see somebody win the first title over here. And also the amount of people, the amount of players, and the amount of support we have from the bowling center here. Patrick and his crew has been unbelievable. Daniel, I don't know if anybody works as hard as he's here. I know I can share a room with him, he's not there very often, I can tell you that. And then there's 1,000 other people I need to thank, but all the sponsors, Christiana from Tegel spent a lot of hours here, Tim Mack and Storm Bowling Products. Without them and Baltic, we wouldn't have this first Storm Lucky Larson Masters, and now we're into the 5th. We have to say, I'm going to forget a lot of people, but everybody that's been here, thank you very much. Bowling Life, you've been unbelievable covering this event. And the last thing I wanted to say is that we got continued support from Helsingborg City, so we know that we're going to be here for 2 more years. We just hope that Storm will continue to support it. Do they?
We sure hope so. What a great event, and Storm is really blessed to be part of this event. Sweden has always been very important in Storm's plan, and we look to support it for many, many, many years to come.
That sounds great. So, thanks to everybody from the bottom of my heart. This will grow bowling for more people, more fans, and everything. It's been a really special week. Thank you very, very, very much.
I just wanted to quickly say thank you to Patrick, Martin, Daniel, the hours that you guys put in for this event to happen. It doesn't go unnoticed. All your staff and everything that they've done here to make sure, we have all the accommodations that we need. There's so many people that I want to thank. All my sponsors that have believed in me from the get-go, that kept believing in me over all these years. It's finally paid off, but I just wanted to make sure I said thank you. All the stuff that you guys do to help get us to come over here. it doesn't go unnoticed. So I'm definitely going to be coming back more than twice. So thank you.
So before we let all of you go home, we actually have one pretty interesting thing left. One of my sponsors, one of the event sponsors, have sponsored this event with a 10,000 Swedish for the Perfect Game Award. Now that was set up as a, if you shoot a 300, you get a ticket to have a chance to win 10,000. The first or second day, Marcus Jansson shot 300, and I think he kind of is a little pissed on AJ because he was hoping to be alone. But we had AJ and Marcus. So we now need to have a little draw. Who is going to win that 10,000? We have one with Marcus and one with AJ. So we're going to have a draw. Niklas, do you want to be the one who draws? No. We're gonna have Jesper draw. Which one is the winner? Marcus Jansson.